Good and fair evening, my friends. Welcome back to the tavern. It's good to see you all. I hope that everyone had a spectacular weekend and that spooky season is treating you all very well. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see, who all do we have in? We have Bobby, we have Capitan, we have Erin, we have Matty, we have the bear. And that's everyone over on Twitch portal. Berry, hello, welcome in. Grab a seat, fill your glass. Welcome, welcome everyone. Beauty and Blasphemy, hello, welcome in. Good to see you. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to turn down the music. That's my fault. There we go. Should be a little bit quieter for everyone now. Nova! Hello, long time no see, friend. Been quite a while since I've seen you in. Molly Sue, hello, hello. I should be better now. Understandably, nobody came for the background music. So it's a fair criticism. Santana, I can walk. You feeling all right, man? I'm glad to hear it. Oh, how's everybody's spooky season going so far? Anybody got any plans for Halloween? I believe we're going to spend it with my nephews. Bless you, my love. We're going to spend it with my nephews. Now, some of you may know my nephews, some of you may not. My sister has two boys who are absolute whirlwinds. And my brother has a son who's 3 years old, and he's an absolute legend. Joe, bro, hang on. I remember your name, Jordan. Yes, Joe, bro's real name is Jordan. Am I remembering that correctly? You've been here for 3 or 4 streams now. I should have that right. Been busy the last few months. Hey, busy's not a bad thing. Busy can be a blessing. It looks like we're having internet issues, which is odd. Sitting at home, maybe watching movies. Nothing wrong with that. No children on here, so I will hope for kids to show up. Never happens, but I can hope. We always have candy. You've got to prepare for it. Bear needs to wait for 6 months. Well, how? Okay, so for our friends who are in the upside down, how is your summer coming in? I'm pretty good with names. Not excellent with names, but pretty good with names. You're cold, Erin. It's not even cold yet. I mean, it might be cold where you are. Tony, hello, long time no see. I've been working so much. Again, you know, work is in this day and age. Work is a blessing, so not a bad thing, right? I'm glad to hear it. But I find it funny. My soon-to-be ex-landlord is like, "You won't find cheaper rent." So I got offered $300 cheaper from my mom. Are you a Jonas Brothers? Well, what a strange question. Maybe it's not a strange question that you've asked, Erin, but is that what J-Bro stands for? Jonas Brothers? Is that what that is? Oh, good. The issues weren't my internet. Yeah, I'm seeing a bitrate problem on my end, and it's telling me that it's unstable, which is very strange. Kelsey, hello, hello, welcome in. As a paramedic, it's crazy right now. Oh, paramedic hours are brutal. Paramedic and nursing hours, man, those are some brutal work hours. Milo, hello, hello. Okay, hang on, I'm gonna figure out what my issue is over here. There you go. Yeah, we are having a bit of a portal issue. Hang on. Let's see if I can fix it. Really bear with me for just a moment. Seeing if I can figure out what the problem is. It's not in America, Matty. I don't know what the rules are in America's hat. Heather, hello. Quick hello before I start. Driving home. Oh, all right. Thank you for the heartbeat. Tips to the tavern keeper always appreciated. But the light at the end of the tunnel is a couple more days. Christmas stuff goes up at my place. I love me the holiday seasons. I know a lot of Americans. Katie, hello, welcome in. Good to see you. I know a lot of Americans feel like the festival and holiday season in America is a bit too corporate and a bit too. I don't even know how you would put it. I know Americans don't particularly care for a lot of how the holiday season is handled in America, but any excuse for there to be some levity and some merriment, I'll take it. And I think it's more about how we handle it personally than how people around us handle it. That's how I like to think of it. Like, I have no control over other people, and I would rather just think about the way that I approach the holidays rather than worry about how everybody else is doing it. Darth Nexus, my friend, butterbeer time indeed. Stephanie, thank you for the heart, mate. It's good to see you. Welcome in, Heather. Thank you for the roses. Tips to the tavern keeper, always appreciated. Who just followed? Obscurusani. That's a hell of a name. Welcome in. Onyx Fury, hello, welcome. Onyx, it's been a while since you've been in. A little bit. I'm glad you're back. Well, hello. Yeah, levity, food and cheer, all of that. Hello, Stephanie, good to see you. Christmas, my one and only holiday, my inner child comes out. Yeah, I feel like it's more about how we handle those holidays than necessarily how everybody else does. Is the landlord-tenant board approved, provincially run? You need to... So hubby and I are going to the Bahamas, November 9th to the 15th. I'm hoping Hurricane Melissa doesn't take everything out. The Bahamas, even in a hurricane, are beautiful, so... I love Christmas. I agree more about how you handle the holidays. Yeah, like, we like to point fingers and be like, oh, America's so corporate. A lot of the corporate things in America are Americans' faults, because they've kind of just, like, pushed off to the side the community aspect of the holidays, because Americans are so busy. Well, if you don't like that, just get back more into community holidays. Like, plan community holidays with your friends and your family. Fernando! Hello, my friend. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Well, I live in the US now. I've lived in the US for several years. But I'll be perfectly honest with you, Christmas is equally corporate in the UK. Almost everywhere you go in the world, Christmas is equally corporate. But a lot of people like to point fingers at America and be like, oh, America's so plastic with how they handle their holidays. It's the same almost everywhere else you go. Like, you'll find some places like... Cindy, hello. Yeah, was he sleeping again? Yeah. How dare you? No laying down, sir.
He's like,
no laying down.
He's so big now.
He's massive. Look at him. This is Milo. For anybody who doesn't know him. I live on the West Coast, Tony. We try not to say where my family or I live because we've had people try to, like, track down my family and bother them, so... Cindy, hello. I don't know if I already said hello, but hello. Yeah, see, Captain Tony says, we do lots of food and family time during the winter holidays. It's perfect time to snuggle up and watch a movie. Yeah, absolutely. And Sorry, I'm busy eating. I'm here. That's all right, Aaron. Eat your food. You got to do that. We have. To be perfectly honest, Milo is more dog than cat. You're East Coast, but Pennsylvania's beautiful, mate. I love me Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is very pretty. Milo is now following on. What did Milo follow on? Milo is followed forever. Milo, where did you just follow? What did it doesn't tell me where you followed. Where did you just follow at? It's not Twitch. Where is that at? Panda Bunny Bear, hello and welcome in. Oh, and kick. Okay. Pennsylvania is beautiful. Like the trees and the rolling hills in Pennsylvania. Like Pennsylvania is very pretty. But Panda Bunny Bear, hello, welcome in. Thank you kindly for the heart me. Settle in. We're getting ready for story time. Milo just fought. Yeah, it doesn't show me the symbol of where it is, but I guess that should give it away that it was kick. Bear says Australia is no better. Yeah, a lot of people like to point fingers at America and be like, "Oh, America's so corporate." The UK is the same way. You get a few towns that are different in like Germany and Denmark and in the Netherlands. You get a few towns that are different, but the general zeitgeist of Halloween and Christmas and those holidays, they're pretty much celebrated the same everywhere. It's like that in Canada, it's like that in Mexico. I mean, Mexico usually has more of like the Dias de las Muertes thing, but they still do Halloween sort of the same way that we do. Pennsylvania Dutch food is amazing. See, and that's the other thing, is like America gets a lot of crap for like not having good food. America has the best food in the world. Like, I'm not even gonna mince words on that. The food you can get in America is the best food in the world. Like, not all of it, mind you, but like you can come to like California and get cuisines from all over the world. Like the meat culture in the American South, you cannot eat better meat than you can in the American South. I am sorry to say. No, I'm not sorry to say. There's no apologies in there. The American South has some of the best meat that you get, and that's not to say other places in the world don't have good food. Like, traditional Italian food is amazing. I think traditional French food is overblown, but that's a personal opinion, not an objective one. I'm spoiled on East Coast, went to California, couldn't find good food. Well, see, that's the problem with California, is California has a lot of food. Like, there's a lot of food, so it's hard to find good places, because a lot of the places in California are just chain places. But there's a lot of really good places out here in... Myself, I love wild game. Yeah, and so you go to like Idaho or Wisconsin or Montana or Utah. Go to any of those places, you can get all kinds of wild game food, and it's absolutely wonderful. I'll give you that. Dutch and French baking are top tier, but traditional French food is overrated, I would say. Not all of it in California, but you find some. This is gonna be blasphemy, but the Mexican food in Southern California and New Mexico is actually better than the Mexican food in Mexico. And I don't say that lightly, because I've been down to Mexico, and again, I'm not trying to crap on anybody, any particular place. Every place has its charms, and every place has things about it that are really good. Oh, there's nothing in the world. Well, hang on. We have to define our terms, Tony. We have to define our terms. Dry rub barbecue is the best dry rub barbecue in Texas. Texas's dry rub and smoked meats are the best in the world. When you start talking about meats with sauces and slow cooks, you're talking Tennessee, you're talking the Carolinas, you're talking Alabama and Kentucky. The food that you get there, like the deep fry in Alabama, Tennessee, and Kentucky, is unbeatable. But when you're looking at dry rub and smoked meats, nowhere in the world beats Texas. See, I do competitions for barbecue. Wet barbecue is terrible. I disagree. I think that it's harder to do wet barbecue, but wet barbecue can be delicious. It's a lot harder to do well, I'll give you that. But wet barbecue can be delicious. NYC has great food. New York City. New York City used to have really good food. Like I was out in New York City in the mid 2000s, and they had pretty good food. But the last time I was out in New York, the food had sort of gone more. Again, it was a lot more chain stuff. So I'm missing all the chats are flying, so I'm missing all kinds of stuff. Kansas City wet barbecue is my favorite. I'll agree with you. Kansas City does do a pretty damn good wet barbecue, Tony. Although I would say that Tennessee for seafood, Tennessee and Georgia for seafood barbecue is probably the best. I think most food can be really good. It just depends on how. Well, and that's very true. Beauty and blasphemy. That's very true. Yeah, New York has a lot of really trendy food, but there are a lot of really good delis in New York. Like deli culture in New York is phenomenal, so good. But there used to be a lot of like really good old family-owned restaurants in New York that just aren't there anymore. Like the New York's small business culture has died over the last 20 years. So a lot of these old family-owned places. I would disagree. Louisiana, yes, Louisiana, that's what I was thinking of. Louisiana's seafood is spectacular. Thank you, Harry. I was trying to think of the other state, and Louisiana is it. Louisiana's seafood is absolutely exceptional. That's true. Now, Maine for crab and lobster, but I don't think that Maine has as good of like fish. Like their fry-ups are not as good. Have you ever seen a real? Oh, of course, real Philly cheesesteaks. Like you can't have once you've had a real Philly cheesesteak, it's kind of hard to have anything else as like point of direction towards a Philly cheesesteak. Ligon Street Carlton has the best Italian food outside of it. Is that somewhere in Australia, Bear? Ordered seafood at a restaurant in Louisiana. I'm pretty sure we were both speaking English, but we didn't understand each other at all. Yeah, you go to the Cajun areas in Louisiana, you're not going to understand anybody for crap. I'm telling you right now, but it'll be some of the best seafood you've ever had. They'll put something in front of you that looks absolutely disgusting. You put it in your mouth, it'll be one of the best things you've ever had. Okay, I will agree there. Seafood in Alaska is on another level, but that's because cold water seafood is insane. That's one of the reasons why Maine's lobsters and crabs are so much better, because cold water seafood is just completely different. Hot water seafood, warm water seafood, has that fishy taste to it. Cold water seafood does not. So cold water seafood is completely different. The lobster I had in Maine was an hour off the boat. Dockside restaurant was possibly. I don't like lobster and I don't like crab. I don't like most seafood, but cold water seafood is insane. Absolutely insane. Biscuits and gravy with a side of grits. Kentucky biscuits and gravy with grits is one of my favorite foods in America. If you've never had biscuits and gravy, it's worth coming out here just to have American biscuits and gravy. No one leaves Bear's backyard hungry. I'd imagine not, Bear. I'd imagine not. I may soon, I have so many Cajun relatives. See, we always do this. We always get into Maryland blue claw crab is cold water seafood is one of the only ways that I will eat seafood. Every time we get into food, it just goes and goes and goes. Biscuits and gravy was a staple in my home growing up. Yeah, for my dad too. My dad was from Kentucky, and a lot of southern food in my dad's house. I'm also going to need to go get cheesy biscuit. Yeah, there you go. Side note, actual group of fish. Yeah, well, there are a lot of fish that are very scary. But Milu, have you had like real sausage, biscuit, and gravy? It's fine if you don't like it. I'm just asking if you've had like the real deal. Once fall begins, I make biscuits and gravy every weekend. Yeah, it's so good, so good. Funny part is that, did you hunt when you were young? Yes, I did a lot. So I grew up in Ireland, and I actually did a lot of hunting with my uncles. And I did hunting in Ireland and in Norway, and then I did a little bit of hunting out here in the United States when I would come and visit my family. I know, the ads keep creeping up on us. I'm enjoying the conversation so much, I didn't want to get into ads, but we need to start reading, and I just getting off on it. Funny part is that some of the best foods in America, the best foods in America you find in old rundown shacks. It's kind of like that in the Italian countryside though too. You like have these big beautiful restaurants in Italy, and the food's okay, like it's pretty good. But then you'll find like somebody's nonna in like a back alley somewhere cooking in a kitchen that has no glass windows in it, and it'll be the best pasta you've ever had in your life. Biscuits and sausage gravy is amazing. Yeah, Nova, absolutely. Absolutely. In Tennessee I did. I don't know if I've ever had Tennessee biscuits and gravy, so maybe the Tennesseans just didn't do it justice for you. You have to let me give you biscuits and gravy one time before you condemn it completely, Milu. Promise me. And also, actually, I did welcome you to coming. Hello, love. Thank you, welcoming. If someone's grandma is in the kitchen, just go ahead and order food. Exactly. Exactly, Tony. That's precisely correct. I love these videos. Brian, hello and welcome in. So very glad that you could join us. Say something. I do love how much food crosses cultural barriers. The ritual of sharing food is as human as it gets. That's why for our family cultural festivals, we all cook and eat and share food together. It is just... That is one of the things I miss most about back home, is 200 or 300 people just sharing food and preparing food together. The thing I want more than anything else is for the tavern to do well enough that I can host these giant festivals for everyone, and you all can share in the food and the culture that I grew up in. Because that's the kind of, like, sharing stories and sharing food are the most basic human things in the world. And I love that. I want to share that with all of you, because it's what I grew up with. Give me a country and I'll find a restaurant in Melbourne, Australia. Well, it is a cultural centre though. Like Sydney and Melbourne are cultural centres there. Mish, hello, welcome in. Jonas, hello, welcome in. So glad you could join us. Brian, you said the wolf story licking the knife popsicle got me. This is great. I'm glad that you enjoyed, my friend. What we're doing now, this is story time. So during story time, I will read a book. Tonight we are reading A Darkness at Sethanon by Raymond E. Feist. And we talk about things. Tonight, obviously, we got on food, and that's been where we've been stuck for the last half an hour. United States, we have food festivals for every kind of food. Yeah, the one thing I will say about American fairs have really good food. It's well worth going to if you ever get a chance. So one of the things that I love that my grandfather's family does is we have what are called dead man's books. Yeah, we normally read a book, which is what we're doing. We're gonna do that here in a second. I'm gonna let the ad timer run out over on Twitch. Once that's done, then we'll start story time. What we have in my family, we call them dead man's books, and that's when children come of age, they get given a blank book, and when we are preparing food together, the recipes you write down the recipes in your dead man's book, and it's called a dead man's book so that when you die, that recipe book can get given to your children, and all of the recipes that you've made throughout your life get written down with the different variations, the different times that you tried it this way, you tried it this way. That way, nothing is ever lost in how we prepare food together. And it's one of my favorite traditions that we have. I refuse to let that particular tradition die above all other things. When it should have got basically a death note. At festivals, that will be possible, Aaron. When we do festivals, I would be more than willing to have regulars come and help with festival preparations for food. I would be willing to. I think we could probably do a festival video where we all eat together. Like I send out a recipe and everybody goes and we all cook the same thing, and then we eat together and we like watch a movie and sing songs or whatever. You know, I'd be willing to do all of those things. Yeah, we got way too far into the food topic. Food and stories are easy way to get me off on a ramble. Very easy way to get me off on a ramble. Okay, alright. Oh. Now I think everybody is in. And I hope I haven't missed anyone. The chats were flying there for a minute. So thank you for the drink, Aaron. I appreciate you drinking it straight. Miss winter holiday ideas during the lull between Christmas and New Year. Oh, Milu, I have a thing for you. I was gonna post this, but here I'll show it first. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Here we go. I have this for you in Destiny. I don't know if it's gonna show up, but that's for the both of you. I'll post it. I'll post it over in the guild. Good evening, Castle. We're out driving right now. Probably not the best time to chat. Still, we hope you're doing well. Everything is safe on our end. Well, I hope you're having a fun time out driving, Esther. And I'm glad you could drop in to say hello. I hope you guys are having a good time wherever you're driving. All right. We got a minute until ads are done. I'm going to see if I can figure out what the Gilded, not Discord. Yes, yes. Put it over in the guild. I'm going to check to see if I can figure out why the internet is being weird on my end. We got another minute until ads end over on Twitch. Give me just a minute. Cindy, thank you. I appreciate that. For everyone who likes and shares Stories in the Tavern, it means the world. I appreciate you. Give me a second. I'm going to see if I can fix the portal connection. See if I can figure out what's wrong.